Hello, everyone. Welcome. We got lots to talk about now, boy. Lots to make the trolls cry about now. Proof is proof. A lot of misunderstanding in the footage that I posted yesterday, I think. Got some Christmas cards. First of all, I got beautiful Christmas card from my friend Gate Smasher. Hoorah. Thank you very much for this beautiful gift and message. And I love you and your family very much. Thank you very much. Gate Smasher, hoorah, from Kenya. We have, and I also got, I added the Kenya part. Did you like that? We also got, I hope my microphone is on. Hey, everyone. Hello, Patty. Tinfoil hats in the house. KM, good morning to you. Sharon Yan, Luca, salut, à toi. John Black, thank you very much for coming by, my friends. Carlos Skywatcher, Happy New Year's, guys. Happy New Year's. Hope you're enjoying the new year with a lot of the same crap, but we're just still waiting for the same things, aren't we? That's what we're doing. Beautiful card once again from AKA Ugly Woman Can channel. Beautiful season's greetings and a beautiful message. I really appreciate that, my friends. Of course, I also got Julie's and Floyd's cards, and they're up at the back hanging up. Absolutely magnificent. And my friend with the amazing old school hits, which is basically all that I listen to, Nick Savage, sent me a personal copy of many renditions and beautiful songs. Nick, I love you, man. Look at sorry, you see what he's got in his hand? Yeah, that's called the Dream Machine saxophone. Probably I'm wrong. It could be an alto sax or something, but anyways, I'm not a professional at that. But it's definitely the guy I would go see. But Nick, thanks for the CD. Thanks for the amazing letter. And Nick told me a whole lot of stuff. Man, some of you have had some bloody interesting lives. And of course, I keep things personal with when people share with me. But man, thank you so much for connecting with me. And of course, those of you who on the last video that enjoyed the video, but maybe didn't agree with the fact whether they went or not, it's okay. And I respect that because we're all just talking theories and I'm not confirming anything here. I'm confirming what we see visually and what we hear online, and it can create a lot of havoc. But I appreciate the debates, the questions. And for those of you who disagree, don't be shy to leave a comment and tell me, well, Bruce, that's that for me and stuff like that. Even though the trolls say that Bruce doesn't like opinions of others, it's the opposite. I expect to have all of your opinions, but there's a lot of proof up there. And of course that they have to be gathered up because we haven't seen all the proof together. But those of you who saw the 6th grade girl be told by Buzz Aldrin that they did not go to the moon because, and the world was not ready to do so. So those are all things that are proof. It's accumulating them all together. Carlos Skywatcher, thanks again. K-Wood, Karen, thank you very much for being here. And to new subscribers, thank you very much for taking the time to subscribe. We were at 91,000 yesterday, but then we went underneath 91,000, which is normal. It always goes up and down 30. We have our Ace of Space and our little sweet penny bunny that is still attacking the channel in many ways. Claudia. See, what happens is her name gets exposed and stuff like that. And then now people start getting mad, but you shouldn't attack other people. It's wrong to attack other people. Karen, thank you so much for the amazing comments also. And Happy New Year to everyone. Z in the house. Thank you for being here. Crimson, how's it going, man? Crimson Drums. Hey, Bruce. This is Gina. Be a great show. Right up my street. The moon landings. As Gina, sorry. Yes. Did I scream that? Lifting my big up off the bench. It's going to be beyond crazy. Something's also going on with religion that, oh no, don't worry, guys. You're going to be happy that I mentioned this. Theologians, remember that I talked to you about there were theologians and a new priest. I call him the priest in black, but anyways, even though priests are, they're going around to religious institutions, meaning not door to door to the church. They're going to go to the head of whoever's running the churches, right? And they're going to diocese, whatever you want to call it, the clergy back in the days. Well, they're going to inform them and tell them exactly what they're going to have to put into the Bible, and they're probably going to integrate it in the Bible, or they're going to just all of a sudden turn around and present a passage and say, hey, see, that proves about aliens. But it's not what you think. They want to see the reaction of people, how they're going to react, and how the religious followers of all these institutions are going to react to the inevitability of them talking about UFOs or extraterrestrials being real, right? Which I know a lot of people say, Bruce, it's fallen angels. Yeah, I understand and I respect all the theories, but I don't rule out the fact that it really could be UFOs too, right? You know those shape-shifting videos? Beth, no, yes. Hello, lovely souls. Hello to you. You know, I don't remember what I was going to say now. Darn, it was a good one. I saw Beth, no, yes. That's it. It's Beth's fault. Your fault, Beth. I'm going to blame you. I can easily blame people. So many people here right now. Vladislav, hello. Thanks, man. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Cam. Is that men in all or? Good day, brother. Divine Sorcerer. Thanks, you guys. Thank you so much. There he is, Mr. Tony Salamone. You got it, man. Thanks for coming by. Got your comments too at the same time, guys, which I'm sure I'm missing a lot of them. But thanks, man, for supporting the channel, bro. I love you for it. Damn right. The truth is coming out, guys, in a very big way. And when I explain to you what they're going to do about religion, fear not, guys. I'm not going to do a sermon here today. It's going to take 2, 3, 4 minutes to read out what they're actually going to do. I'm really happy that they're going to, for real, try to see the reaction of real Christians, or because in this moment it is a Christian, the Christians that they're talking about in the post. So I'm going to read that to you later, which is interesting. You know, I have no religion. My religion is life and positivity. Anything that people start that's positive, it's a religion, I find. Like us here right now, in reality, even though we don't have a church, sort of like a religion, right? Because we're sort of religiously believing in the inevitable, that there's something out there. But anyways, depends how you want to look at it. It's just terms people give people, you know, cult, religious institution. Is there a difference? Okay, cults are a bit more. I get it there. Religion's not supposed to tell you to take your life, but some religions do anyways. Some religions tell you to take the lives of others. You can tell me no all you want, but we all know, most of us know. Happy Christmas to you too, and Happy New Year, of course. Those of you that had the holidays, maybe some of you are still on it. It would be the very least bit few of you that are, because everyone's usually back at work at this time. By this time, David White, hello to you. We have Static Bat is in the house. Hi, Bruce and Co. Thanks, Connie. How's it going? I appreciate that tinfoil hat for the likes, guys and gals. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Happy New Year to you too, Creighton71. Thanks, bro, for the ongoing, man. Thanks a lot, Vladislav. Thanks a lot, my friend. Same to you, Stefanski. Happy New Year too, man. Happy Friday, says my friend. I am Kai, my friend who's carving the stone. Dude, I'm sitting there watching you like, I want to do it. I left you a comment. I want to go to a mountain with those tools and just start carving out a doorway, bunch of names and signs. It's fun, eh? Must be fun to do. I definitely want to try it. I will too soon. I'm going to need some lessons from you, though. You guys can check it out too if you want to see what I Am Kai is doing, just carving in stone and stuff like that. I think it's really cool. There are a couple of people in this community that do that. CE5 gave me that amazing, beautiful portrait of call him Stinky Bob, but Skinny Bob also carves in stone, which is awesome. Elias, how's it going, my friend? Happy New Year, you guys, eh? Roy in the house. We went to Walt Disney's Moon. That is well said. And like I said, totally open to everyone's comments and opinions. It's an open book, guys. You know, I'll never be able to prove anything different. I can only show you guys what's up there, but we can have different opinions and stuff. You know, I have a lot of people that come here that watch my videos that know people that worked at NASA. Some people even worked on some of the space missions, the real Apollo space missions. So, of course, I'm always careful with what I say, but still, respect to you who come here and can accept an opinion and stuff. Like I said, people get my words wrong, is that they never went to the moon the way they showed the public, is what I said. If they went to the moon, I'm not going to deny that. And I'll never have the proof whether they did or not. Someone went, right? Because there's structures up there. Lots of them, lots of structures up there. So someone definitely did go to the moon. Who is it? Well, listen, I'm open to everything. People say it's aliens, it's drones, it could be the drones flying around on the moon, that there's nobody there. Yes, it's a theory I like, but it just so happens that the drones would have had to have built buildings and roads or lines communicating the structures, which is proof in itself of a civilization, ancient or not. It's amazing. So, bro, chill. So, what's the consensus? Well, hang on. Actually, hey, Juan Marino Bornes, thank you very much, man. Feliz año nuevo, Bruce. Muchas gracias. Same to you, my friend. And Merry Christmas, too. Feliz año. See, that's the real way to say it, Juan. And I'm saying, Feliz Navidad. Is that Christmas? Navidad's not the same then, eh? What a dumbass I am. Feliz año. Muchas gracias, amigo. Thank you very much. Juan Marino Bornes, for supporting the channel, for coming by, man. Thanks so much. So we're going to go see that, my friend Sir Bro Chill. We're going to go see that right away. And Gainer. So did we go? Well, it's open for discussion when you think of it. I believe that, without knowing, also, Roy pretty much said it was Walt Disney's moon, right? The same thing as like Pluto was Walt Disney, because Pluto literally was on Pluto. For those of you who know, most of you do, that saw the image of Pluto where we could actually see very properly the dog Pluto. I'm almost positive on the other side, if you'd ask Roy would tell you himself that Mickey Mouse could possibly be on the other side of that too, when you think of it. So did they go or did they not go? They didn't have the technology to go. Apparently they lost the technology when they came back. There's some reels also, reels from transcripts and everything from audio, whatever footage that was destroyed. They said when they crossed back over, there's talk about them not being able to go through the Allen belts. There's scientists that speak in this at the same time, and professional scientists, even though I don't have their exact names or when, because it always comes down to that. I have seen some of them admit that there's no technology for people to get out to space or to head towards the moon. Like, nobody has any clue about it. They said that they did, because there have been dark projects. There are some now. We know that there's dark projects. It's not something that's made up. But yet again, 10 years ago, even though there was still some secret projects that were declassified, not many of them were. And the ridiculous images of the CIA of UFOs that were always over pixelated. Somebody commented it in the comment section. Thanks for the comments, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time to subscribe also to the channel. Somebody says, Bruce, he goes, why? And I've even mentioned it before, but a lot of you tell me also, and that's probably why I mentioned it myself. NASA images are short range or long range. Anyways, it's either deliberately a small angle so you can't see the whole width of the moon, or it's in black and white. I said it myself about the cube. Okay, listen, guys, 260 feet away from the cube, they're going to make us wait 3 lunar days, 3 months, to find out what the hell this building is all of a sudden, which makes no sense, because they sent a ball up there, is what I call it, Sputnik 1, when Russia took images of the entire moon, the dark side and everything. So there's no way in hell that they wouldn't have seen that. So, but then again, they could have kept it secret. I think pretty much everyone did that. Are they keeping it secret because of the vegetation there, and that they don't want people to know about the vegetation? I think the space war, the first space war, was used as a tool, possibly for, the states to, against China and Russia. It was a race to get up to space, right? Russia, and then the cosmonaut, and then, anyways, everything that they did, Yuri Gagarin stories. Is any of this real? Or, you wonder, you go, well, nobody knows these people. Yeah, maybe some of us are lucky to have there, but most of us have never met all these people that they talk about, lost in space and stuff. Major Tom could very well be just as real as. Want to know something crazy? I do, Beth, because I'm a crazy guy. I have a YouTube channel and didn't know I created it. Yeah, no, that's not crazy. I have some too. Also, accidentally uploaded a horrible, silly 30-second video to it. That's cute. That's funny, actually. I have people. I didn't see it because I'm not getting notifications. I opened up a YouTube channel a long time ago, way back 2007 or 2000, whenever internet was, YouTube was out there, and put some music videos on there, 2 or 3 of them, or 7 or 8 of them, or 10, 15, maybe 4 or 5 channels. And I only found the channels afterwards. I have no power to get back into them. I wouldn't try it, but I got a lot of people that comment there on the channel, like, what the hell, but I forget, you forget about those channels for sure. Definitely. See, Divine Sorcerer does not believe they went. I have a hard time believing they went. I don't believe they went either. And the only thing that people are telling me, well, look, they went because there's foot tracks. There's tracks there. We see the tracks. We see the lander. Well, no. Hey, Mr. Peter Benton. Well, you just don't see Christmas decorations like that too often these days now, do you? Take me back to my childhood days. I think my mom's still has hers, lol. How you doing, Bruce? I'm doing very well, sir. And don't forget, I have some documents to send you. So you have to send me, if possible, a possible emailing address, if it's possible, bro. And you could email it to me. Do not tell me here, unless you're the first house inside of your country on the way in. No, seriously, because I had something to send you. And I respect for those who want to hide their address, but I always tell them because I got to really show you this document. And yeah, Peter, take a walk just for the fun of it on a sandy beach. And Gaynor, listen up to this. Thanks for everything, Peter A, over the time that you've been here and everything, and the comments and the support and connecting and the friendship. It's awesome, man. It's totally cool. So imagine this. You're taking a walk in the desert. Already, as you're walking, there's a lot of wind there. It's covering up your tracks, right? The sand dunes form in the desert, get really, really high. They break up, lines and swivels in them. Okay. So whether there's wind or not on the moon, people are telling me that they are looking at effing boot prints from 60 years ago on the surface of a moon. And they show you, say, yeah, look, see, there's the tracks, the lander where they walked and they walked there. Why are they saying that there's tracks? If you go in the forest, I was going to say, if a tree falls, is anybody here? If you go in the forest, seriously, guys, seriously, you're walking in the forest, you're lying grass down. By the time you walk back, that grass that was lying down will be back up and you won't find your path back. Do you think 60 years of someone's bloody boot print is going to stay on the bloody moon? If there's no oxygen, okay, sure, I get it. But the moon's not gray. And I don't know if they hired a cement truck to pour cement and to make a video inside a yard with all this powdered cement on the ground to make people believe that, then again, you see all that dust they say that's up there and you wonder what all the haze is around the moon. Could have to do with some of that too, also, for sure. Definitely. It drives me mad saying that they're going to leave a cotton flag up there when they're talking about the freezing temperature. Guys, my cotton shirt at minus 40, if I leave it outside for a week and it was to be minus 40, like for a week's time there, nothing going to be left of the shirt. It's going to chip away. It's going to break its. And they're saying that the cotton flag is still swaying there. Or, sorry, not swaying, even though it hit the astronaut in his face, but several times. Kept going around and hitting him in the face. And they were saying it was because of the way he held it. All the proof has been out there, and people are bullshitting it. Like they're ignoring it. The strings attached, the strings there attached to the astronaut that fell down and got back up. How the hell do you think they're doing that? They're in the studio or they're in the Nevada desert. They're doing this, whether it's probably maybe Stanley Kubrick sitting there saying action, who knows? Having some pure vodka. No. Water. Oh, no, showing labels. Oh, well. Sue me. Mineral water. I'm hooked on mineral water. I like mineral water. Perrier. Divine does not believe they went. I really don't either. Hey, Bruce, congratulations on your new footage. Thank you. Which one? Which one? New footage. Why, thank you. You're going to see some news. It's also new footage soon. I got the sun yesterday, so I'm going to get that video up also for you all, for y'all, because the sun is starting to get bad again. So more sunspots. At the end of the year, which is now, I'll be looking into, actually, we're at the beginning of the year, aren't we? Okay, well, the end of the last year is where I'm going to be doing the research to find out how many sunspots we had last year in 2021 as compared to 2020. I think it was a lot more in 2021, but I can't confirm it. I will be checking it out. I was curious. I'm curious also this winter to see what's going to go on. A lot of lies out there on YouTube. It's too bad because there's a lot of credibility in the UFOs and the possibility of someone being on the moon. And there's a lot of bullcrap videos out there of people trying to say the opposite of it, which again, it's their word against mine. I got nothing to be mad about, but it does make me laugh. It fascinates me that some people, some even intelligent people, try to prove the opposite of that. But it's often, you have to admit it. I'm not going to hide it. I tried to talk about all points of the side, or to show all sides of the coin if you want, but there's a problem. We stay stuck sometimes on certain things we believe. Like me, I believe the moon's inhabited. But when somebody comes and says, Bruce, it's fallen angels and there's nobody up there, or somebody told me it was ancient structures and that somebody was only there visiting the structures, of course, it can make perfect sense. It would make absolute perfect sense. But still, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter if it's flat or square. We're still on the globe. So it's like the moon. Whether the moon be this or that, there's still someone up there. So any way you want to look at it. Real quickly, and I'm already late on welcoming everyone anyways. This is something interesting. Listen to this, guys. Hopefully it's going to work. It does. NASA, and this is very recent. And as I'm telling you about this post, my brother, my real brother, not the other mother one, my same mother one, sent this to me because I had mentioned to you all before about the theologians and the priests in particularly that is going to talk about alien discoveries and aliens to association. So just let me read this to you. NASA hires 24 theologians, okay, including a priest or including priest. So whether it's a mistake or not, maybe priests, including priest, to prepare humans for possible alien invasion. No, I'm kidding. It's not invasion. Not NASA hires 24 theologians. It would have been awesome. 24 theologians, including priests, to prepare humans for possible alien discovery. Don't worry. Reverend Dr. Andrew Davidson, a priest and theologian at the University of Cambridge. So it's not just anywhere. Is among theologians to have taken part in the program reported by the Daily Mail, because this is where I'm reading it right now. U.S. Space Agency. Listen to this, guys. NASA has hired a British priest. And, oh, no, not a British priest. No, I'm kidding. I just like adding silly stuff. U.S. Space Agency, NASA, has hired a British priest in a bid to understand how the discovery of extraterrestrials would change the way we see the universe. According to the Daily Mail, Dr. Reverend Andrew Davidson, a priest and theologian, as they said it 6 times, at the University of Cambridge, a 3rd time, is among 24 theologians to have taken part, a 4th time, in a NASA-sponsored program at the Center for Technological Inquiry, CTI, which is at Princeton in the U.S., right? The program aims to assess how the world's major religious, this is where it gets interesting. The program aims to assess how the world's major religions, would react to the news that life exists in worlds beyond our own. Quite basically, we know there's many galaxies out there, and we're not talking about the parallel universes. We'll never see the end of this universe. Imagine all the other universes or whatnot that are around it. but it was still very interesting. As per the media outlet, CTI, which I just described, was the Center for Technological Inquiry. CTI has described it as building bridges of understanding by um, convening theologians, scientists, scholars, and policymakers to think together. How long will that take? 950 years for sure. And inform the public thinking on global concerns. It aims to answer questions such as where do we draw the line between humans and the aliens? What are the possibilities for sentient life in other places? So goes on. Tradition would be important, featuring in how humanity would work through any such confirmations of life elsewhere. Because of that, it features as part of NASA's ongoing aim to support work on the societal implications of astrobiology. Another thing I mentioned a long time ago, like a month or two ago to you all, was just that NASA, its inquiries on what people think. So don't forget, it's NASA doing this, okay, that hired these theologians, okay? A space team hires theologians. Think of it. It's pretty much obviously in our faces right now, in everyone's face, that the truth is going to come out. Is the process going to take many years or only a few years? I don't know, but it's going to be one thing after the other, leading up to, instead of bringing out, hey, aliens exist and that's out there and this is in religion, they're going to bring out piece by piece and look at how it affects certain people. And if it affects people too much, they will integrate another lie and go around it and not talk about it, because for some reason they don't want society to change, or people's perspectives or ideals about aliens to change too much, or they deliberately want our ideals to change towards their perspective. I think that's what's going on, probably more or less. So implications of astrobiology, working with various partner organizations, this NASA, including the Center of Theological Inquiry at Princeton. Davidson, which is Andrew the priest, or I don't remember anymore who he is. Yes, he is. The British priest revealed that he is now set to publish a book next year titled, in case you all want to know, Astrobiology. I'm sure you all want it. Astrobiology and Christian Doctrine, which notes that the world is getting closer to finding life on other planets. So look at this little bit of information the way you want to, but for me, it's a lot. It's what I was waiting for, to get just a little bit of a sign where they're actually openly talking about these lights and UFOs. You guys all know it. It was ever so bloody hush hush for all of our lives ever since, like the further you back up, the more they're secluding this. Hey, thanks for the generous contributions, you guys. Clyde Laws Rules, thank you so much, brother. Everything's sent out, my friend, too. Also, the little tiny gifts that I give back to you all. But again, Clyde, you guys give back a lot more, and I love you for it. Clyde, I hope you're feeling better, man. I hope things are going well. We're in 2022, man. You still got that fight going, and let us know how things are going. Stay in contact, brother. Stay healthy, man. Stay positive. And like I said, blow it away with your mind, because most of the shit we go through can be blown off just by thinking of it. I actually believe that. Won't take a chance. And I was going to thank after that. Okay. Hang on. Somebody just disappeared here. Gate Smasher. Hoorah. Hey, man. Thank you for the card. I love you, man, for it. Thanks so much, you guys. To you and family. Everyone. The wife, the husband, if you have whatever your thing, dude. No, I'm kidding. Bugging you. I know it's the wife. My religion is peace and tranquility. That is the best religion. You're absolutely right about that. And thanks for the generous contribution. Was another one that's going to show up in a second here as I scroll down. The Stats is in the house. Hello to you. Hello, Julie. Hello, Floyd, too. Stats, say hello to Floyd for me. Elias Valhalla. Thanks, my friend, for coming by here. Mike Isaac's here. How's it going, man? Kaywood. I don't think they went, but they don't want that coming out. It's exactly it too. They just wanted attention, so we put trust in them. I believe that also. So let me scroll down because I got a generous contribution from someone and I didn't thank them. I'll see that in a second, my friend. Don't worry about it. I don't know why it disappeared. There was a Clyde with someone else on the top. Must be way down here. Let me go down. I'm sure somebody wrote it, but don't worry about it. Everything seems to be jams here. Wow, a lot of people. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Getting worried here. Clyde, thank you very much. There's Clyde. I thought so. I was going to guess. Thanks, Beth. But I said, what if it wasn't Beth? Love you, Beth. Thank you very much. Thank you. Love this family. I love you too, guys. Thank you so much. Clyde, thanks a lot, bro. Thank you, you guys. I love you for it. Burns in the house. How's it going, my friend Julie? I seen there's a newer movie about Mark Twain being old. Oh, I like that. Some more truth coming out, right? It's on Prime, is it? Yeah. Was going to watch when bored. Well, you never know because a lot of truth comes out, right? When you talk about those things. I mean, when you talk about things, when you go to those documentaries, sometimes maybe 100,000 people see it or 1 million people see it, but there's always information that they bring out. I think more and more they're going to bring it out. That's how I feel, anyways. Definitely 100%. Peter, thanks, man. Rest of my messages from earlier got cut in half. Damn. How you doing, Bruce? And hello to all the communities. So, are we really going to the moon soon? Let's talk. Thank you, Peter Benton. And it's exactly what we're going to talk about because that's exactly what is tripping me out, absolutely tripping me out. Isn't it crazy, Beth? Imagine I'm going to do a heist with a bunch of neighbors. We're gonna go stag some bacon out of the markets or something. It's sickening, eh? When you see what they're doing. Bob Downs in the house. How's it going? I'm Kai. Mike Isaacs. Love that video capture. One coming out of the creator. Just awesome. Mike, I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, you guys. Joy Bird, how's it going? Does this channel have a Discord? No, I'm sorry, Joy. I don't. But more than welcome each and every week. Usually it's the same ones that'll come back. You see, if you come back, you'll see the same people here, and we'll talk about it here. But there are some other places. Maybe I hope I'm not yelling too loud into this. There are some other places that I could have connected with, but just get so busy. I don't want to have too many focuses on other platforms. But we talk here at least twice a week. Of course, Friday today, 1:00, and there's another live stream at 8:00. Thanks for asking. No. So, did we go or did we not go? Space Cow, hello. Thank you very much. Oh. Sometimes I forget to mention things, and I see names sometimes, and I go berserk because I say, there was something. Hope not. Robin Phillips, thank you so much. UK, hi to you. Thank you very much for being here, my friend. I like messages. I always just write it down. You never know. Hey, Robin, I appreciate that very much, my friend. The generous contributions, you guys. I love you all for it so much. Did they go or did they not go to the moon? Well, what we saw in the video yesterday, think of what happened. Conan O'Brien, it's an old talk show. And for those who didn't see, go back to my last video I posted. Conan O'Brien, and I'm sorry to all if I missed Stephen A. Hello. Thanks for letting me know that, Stephen A. That really sucks, you guys. Happy New Year to you too, Mike. And I can't always answer everyone. I'm really sorry, you guys, but I really appreciate all the comments. Where do you draw the line between our pressurized atmosphere and a space vacuum? Draw the line at the end of the geocorona, at the end where they say that the oxygen extends to, like, I mean, where would that be? The moon is in the Earth's atmosphere, literally. So it's like saying the Earth's atmosphere consists of water and vapor and everything except where the moon is. Why would that be? So that gets to me, you know. And me and vacuums, I don't vacuum very much, so. Did we go or did we not go? The way they presented that, Peter, the way they presented the moon landing makes no sense. Yesterday, Conan O'Brien said that he remembers watching them on the moon arrive at the moon live. His father woke him up. He watched it and immediately, which he wouldn't have done if it was just the animation of the lander, because a lot of people are saying, with much respect, your opinions, some of you say that there was an animation of the lander and stuff like that. I don't know how this comes into all of a sudden into line that, you know, like obviously NASA never would have made a video saying that was an animation when they got off the moon. I don't believe that. There's no way in hell that NASA is going to say that. Buzz Aldrin said it. No, you did not watch us on the moon live. I mean, I'm sorry that I got my proof right there. And another thing is that some of you maybe have not seen, but I know a lot of you have, the sixth grader. No, listen, I'm saying sixth grader because I believe it was. If it's a fourth grader, don't get mad at me or think I was a liar or say, well, maybe Bruce made a mistake because he made a mistake. It wasn't anyway. He told a child that they did not go to the moon because they were not ready to go to the moon, and a whole lot of other things in live public television. That was deliberate, I believe. And the lines that were caught, the string lines or fish lines or plastic lines, whatever, nylon strings lines that were holding up an astronaut, that is proof in itself. Every time somebody shows me something like that, it was already proven for me in my head anyways. And we're not making anything up. We're not even, before even starting to debate any of this topic, he said that it was an animation. And much respect to those who say that it was just the lander. I get it. But here's the problem. Now it's like we're back to ground A because he didn't say it was for the lander. I'm pretty sure he would have been very specific when Conan O'Brien said, I remember watching you guys go to the moon. And the first thing that Buzz said was, no, you didn't. He didn't say, well, you're talking about the animation part because there's a part that was an animation. No, he spoke for all videos, my friends. And he said, no, you did not see us on the moon. There was no cameras there either. And he didn't, and I'm sorry, the video I showed you, it was written underneath there, but even that was a lie. The person that showed that video was trying to push so much that he said that Buzz said there was no cameras there. He didn't say that. He said there was no cameras. Point final. He didn't say on the moon. I'd like to add it to be sure to confirm that it was on the moon. He didn't. He said there were no cameras. But Conan O'Brien just said, we watched you from home. So the animation of the landing that could have been shown would have been shown before or after the landing. This wouldn't have been something that's live and they would have presented as them landing on the moon. I'm sorry. I saw the old clip. My grandfather, my grandparents, everyone remembers seeing that they said, you're watching this live. So if they said they're watching it live and it wasn't, and it wasn't an animation, it's because they lied about it. They lied about that. They lied maybe about other things. I'm not even mad at them for lying. Maybe they lied to protect for a national security reason. Maybe they did it so that Russia wouldn't invade the States. Maybe we wouldn't be here today if they would have done it that way. I don't know. I don't really care. I just know that now what I'm finding, I'm happy that they're letting me. I'm honestly really grateful that I can show this stuff, even though there's not a lot of people that are going to reach the channel. The ones that come, we're not stupid. A lot of us are smart people. We can see whether they went or not. There's a lot of things that do not coincide or make sense. Now, here's the other problem. Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong said that there were large objects on the moon. And I recently showed you this 2 months ago in the transcripts. I didn't show it to you. I read it to you. You guys can check it out yourself. I never showed it here. I talked during a live stream. We read the transcripts and we saw exactly what the transcripts, if I read properly, on the NASA website. Guys, this is not hiding anywhere. Transcripts are there. Large objects in the craters, okay? And he mentions specifically 3 times that they were like ginormous, huge was one of the exact words he used. Imposing, in other words, and the lights that the astronauts saw, Apollo 8, certain missions saw lights on the surface, and nobody's taking that into consideration. If one astronaut says that he saw lights up there on the moon, you could be sure, we're talking about it this afternoon, they must have to sign a contract for sure to be sure not to leak any of that out. You got to wonder why, there's not too much talk about that. Everyone must ask them when they come back, listen, for real, is there anyone up there on the moon? They must give answers like, let me tell you, what you think is up there is probably right. They must be giving out a lot of info to people that way without necessarily turning around and saying, yeah, it's inhabited. The gray footage is bothering me. Mars, the rovers on Mars, when they land there too, they're in black and white because the last reason they said it was a protective coating they had on the lens, of course, a protective coating, and that protective coating doesn't show any color. Look it up for yourself. It's on the NASA website. That's what they said. So concerning when you see stupid stuff like that, for sure. Contacto extraterrestre siguiero. Es cierto que hay estructuras en la Luna, bases y en Marte. See, both on the moon and on Mars. I believe there are bases on both. As Juan says here, he believes there are bases. And the contact, yeah, there was definitely a contact, Juan. 100%, I believe that. Yeah, man. I mean, it sucks. Exactly. Stephen A. YT, definitely for that. It does suck. There's a lot of people have a lot of problems with notifications. Thanks, Craig. Damn right, Clyde. Mike Ace, where do you draw the line between our pressurized atmosphere and space vacuum? I'm telling you, Mike A., I'm no genius, but let me tell you something. When they explain everything that's around Earth, I mean, oxygen itself, is it not just a theory? Do people actually know what the hell is going on around Earth? There's a lot of satellites now, very recently sent up, where they're starting for the first time to want to discover the atmosphere around Earth and discover the atmosphere around the moon. Maybe it's going to take that for them to admit that there's an atmosphere between them. Are we even in a vacuum? I still don't know about that. I get it. I've done a basics of the theories that they talked about that, but maybe it's just that I'm not smart enough to get into it. Probably. All these terms in space and what people are using, it's mixing us up so much. There's something around Earth, and I'll tell you what it is: a whole hell of a lot of wind and rain. So I believe there's a lot of wind and rain on the moon, and I believe the waters over years, when there's a shift, transform or evaporate and go back up to the moon. So from the moon to Earth, from the moon to Earth, I believe we're sharing that distribution, as stupid as it sounds. Yeah, it sounds stupid, but I believe that, of the atmosphere and water and everything that's between Earth and the moon. As a matter of fact, the atmosphere is probably created because the moon's there with the sun on top of it, everything together. It's not just one thing, right? That's occurring. So So they say, but we may never know. We may never know. But there's a lot of proof. There's a lot of proof that they didn't go to, and there's more proof that they didn't go than there's proof that they went. And there's so many sections and areas, whether it be about how they landed, what they showed, about the things falling to the surface when they had that sheet of paper and it fell like a leaf and you saw it go down and sway like that. This air on the moon. Wouldn't you think that the rocks on the moon's surface would float up, and take off? No atmosphere. It wouldn't be a dusty place if there was no atmosphere. That's what I believe, without being a genius. If there was no atmosphere around the moon, there sure as hell wouldn't be dust and everything all over the surface. Now, would there be? It would make no sense. Hold on. Want to see something? Right now it's snowing here, guys. I heard a lot of you are having problems with the weather too. A lot of bad weather here. Last time I got the sun was before Peter Benton got the sun, which was an amazing video, by the way, man. Send your address. How do we know that we went to the moon? There's a lot of different topics. Institution of physics, physics in a whole bunch of different areas where they do talk about that. And sometimes I double check in areas to see what they're talking about. Even today, people discuss conspiracy claims online, on television programs, and around the world. Moon fact, they say. Let's see. Let's analyze this. Moon fact: with a powerful amateur telescope, you can see the Apollo landing sites. If you look at the photos from the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, you can spot the remnants of the Apollo missions yourself. So, if all those lines that I'm showing you are footprints, well then, geesh, they pretty much did all the dance clubs up there, if you think of it that way. But it's interesting what you see people saying, and here it's physics, people from physics that are talking about this, right? So they're just talking about that. If you find yourself in debate questioning whether humankind first stepped on the moon on July 20th, 1969, the chances are that you are woefully underprepared. Most people take it as gospel that the U.S. government, NASA, the 12 astronauts in total who have walked on the moon, and the 400,000 people involved, aliens, in the Apollo program would have 400,000 guys. What did they have? Slaves? What the hell? Would have neither the will nor the way to fake one of humanity's greatest ever achievements, is what they say here. So, like I said, a lot of people valorize them and tell them, no, actually, I'm not even going to read that one, pissing me off. But that's how it is, and you click to one link that says totally, great information. You start thinking, well, maybe they actually didn't go, and they did go. I mean, and then this and then that. And there's this review and how Stanley Kubrick staged the moon landing. And here's just a random website. I'm not going to name these websites. Have you ever met a person who's been on the moon? There are only 4 of them left. Within a decade or so, the last will be dead, and that astonishing feat will pass from living memory in history. And here I'm going to add this, and the secret will remain. Anyways, which sooner or later is always questioned and turned into fable. I don't like where they're going with this. It will not be exactly like the moment the last conquistador died, but will lean in that direction. The story of the moon landing will become a little harder to believe as the years progress, some of them are saying. I've met, not me, this guy, 3 of the 12 men who walked on the moon. They had one important thing in common when I looked at their eyes. Oh, what's that? They were all bonkers. Okay. Buzz Aldrin was the second of the latter during the first landing on 20th July 1969, almost exactly 50 years ago. So at that time, this post was only 50 years ago. He must have started with envy. He must have stared at envy at Neil Armstrong's crinkly space suit ass all the way down, has run hot from the moment he returned to Earth. When questioned about the reality of the landing, he was asked to swear to it on the Bible. He slugged the questioner. When I sat down with Edgar Mitchell, who made his landing in the winter of 1971, he had that same look in his eyes. I asked about the space program, but he talked only about UFOs. He said he's been wrapped in a warm consciousness his entire time in space. Many astronauts came back with a belief in alien life. So he's saying so some astronauts really did admit and talk to some of their belief systems, being that they believed in aliens, right? Maybe it's because it was simply the truth. He said maybe they had been touched by something emotionally, or maybe the experience of going to the moon, standing and walking and driving that buggy, come on, and hitting that weightless golf ball. I'm going to punch him through the screen, would have made anybody crazy. No, I don't even know. So I guess basically I'm going to go write my own post on that one day, maybe my own opinion on that. If somebody did something and is an honest person, there always is proof. There would be no problems in them proving they went to the moon. Absolutely not. They would have a lot of proof, but obviously the cameras and everything we saw was an animation. We heard Buzz Aldrin say it, and unfortunately, those of you who are telling me that Buzz Aldrin was talking about the lander, as much as I respect your opinion, we still don't have the proof because it didn't come out of Buzz's mouth. Buzz just said that it was animation. And the way I see it is that he grouped all the videos of NASA and everything and anything they've done, and that's what they did. They're waiting for them to die out, and at the quantity of astronauts left, what I just read, there's less. There's less than 4, right? I don't know there, but I'm pretty sure there are less than 4. And when they die out, the truth is going to be hidden. No one's going to have any proof of what happened. It'll be like a fable. And then one day they're going to go to the moon, and then like nothing happened. Robin Phillips, thank you. Yeah, man, the cards were awesome. Yeah, definitely greatly appreciate all the support, everyone. Hey, Bruce, man, how you doing? Love the moon videos. Thank you, brother. Love seeing that tower standing tall in the middle of Mare Serenitatis. Isn't it crazy, eh? Amazing stuff, Bruce. Thanks, man. Yeah, Mare Serenitatis, listen, it definitely has a lot of, here's very clearly, honestly said, a lot of amazing surface features that are very symmetrical. You'll see 2 objects side by side that are the same, meaning a long part of land where there's a long, elongated, sort of rectangle-ish object, and you see another one beside it, whether it be natural feature or not. One person commented also this afternoon or yesterday, I think I saw it. I think it was this afternoon. I'm lost now. They said, Bruce, they loved seeing the ideal of the camouflage on the surface, how the fractals are being used as camouflage, and how the whole surface is literally naturally camouflaged. I believe that there's piles and piles of moon dirt or earth, they call it soil, by the way, that went there. When they go to the moon, you guys, they have the doors are sealed right around them, and it's a waterproof sealed door when you see them going to space. So that's obviously because they leave Texas or Florida and wind up in the ocean or something. I don't know, but there's You got to think that you wouldn't think that they drown with the water that is around Earth or on their way to the moon. Is there more water beside the moon? What? Maybe there's even more water beside the moon. Hey, hell, who knows? They never tell us the truth about the. If they never tell us the truth about it, we'll never know it. Excuse me. Once again. Cough drop. Oh, look, it's snowing out and it's growing in its height. Maybe tonight I will go Christmas caroling. Oh, I wish I may. I wish I might. I hate snow. I hate snow. So the neighbor woke me up this morning, 5:58, decided he was going to come by and shovel. I was pissed off. Go to bed at 2 or 3 in the morning, and he shovels at 3. But now here's the thing, guys. It was a dusting. There was no snow accumulation. And it really pissed me off that he was doing that with an aluminum shovel. So I realized I have an alarm on my car. So every time he comes and shovels at 6, listen, he's not leaving, guys, and there's no snow accumulation there. I'm not talking about if a guy has to go to work at 4 in the morning, so be it. Allow shoveling your driveway. You have any idea what the noise makes with the aluminum scraper? I feel better now speaking about it. Mix Mayhem. Hey, Bruce. Hi, great to catch you live. Thanks again. Greetings and Happy New Year. Same to you, Mix Mayhem. Thank you very much. New Year from Lancashire in the UK, United Kingdom. My friends, thank you. Did you catch my message about the blues harp? No, but is that on the music channel? And if so, I'll go back because I did not see the last 3 videos. I didn't do any comments on the music channel. But if so, or if not, you must mean in the community, Mix Mayhem. I promise I'll go and check though, with pleasure. Yeah, you must mean in the community where I posted the picture of my decadence clip. I'll double check that. I promise, man. Or drop it here, like whichever. I got 2 phones. One got notice. One did not. I don't have phones anymore, Kai. I hate them. I have problems with them. The cell phones don't even work with me. Bad energy. Christopher Rollins in the house. How's it going, brother? Thank you very much, Crypto Ed. Hello, all from West Coast Canada. Thank you very much. West Coast Canada. Love it. Love it. Clyde Laws, rules you rock, and your presence is so appreciated. Hope you are hanging in there, hon. Thank you, Darla. Thanks so much. Yeah, we love our brother. And listen, it's very good that we support it. He's fighting a battle a bit on the medical side, so we want him to. He will. But the stress of it all. Oh, I can only imagine. But hang in there, my brother. You talking about me, you mean, Matt? If you have the time later, could we talk for a little bit? Message, whatever you can. Well, of course. If it's me that you mean, I mean, absolutely, man. Anytime. Anytime or anyhow, man. Thanks again, Mr. Peter Benton, Clyde, and everybody. Thanks, Darla. How's it going? Beth, I hope you've had some nice holidays, you guys. Gate Smasher, Ura is going to make me want to have some bacon again, which I do. I have bacon every week because Gate Smasher shows it. Space Cal, thanks again for being here, you guys. So I read that tattoo, Bruce. Deborah Dabra, hello. Hey, Bruce, did anyone think that global... Yeah, be careful not using the word, but yes, I believe all theories. And that is definitely one that I wouldn't rule out, that it's sitting there. Yeah, I spoke about that, and not much here, that's for sure. But yep, total possible. Thanks again, Tony, and everyone. That's right, Mike A. You know that blue marble that they say, that photograph of Earth that they show in reality, it was taken in 76, right? Or 74, something in the 70s. And they just never took another one. There's just never any one that you see. And I'll tell you another thing. Do you notice in space? I don't care if anyone says I'm crazy. I believe this 100%. Whenever, every time they show a rocket leaving Earth, they put a camera on it for you. Really convenient, so that you can see what Earth looks like, right? As the rocket's going away. So people have the proof that it's a real blue marble. But the problem is, there's not one that exists where the rocket gets by the effing clouds. And what happens is, you see the rocket going up, and then there's a little brilliance in light. And that flicker in light, the brilliance as it's going through a cloud, after that cloud disappears, the surface is not the surface that was there before. It's like a gray surface. They're hiding it with the clouds and stuff. So I see a manipulation every time that a rocket goes up, and there's a camera on that rocket, where they cut off the cameras at the worst times. They never show us F all. Why don't they leave it on until they get to space? Are they afraid we're going to see something? Of course. We'd see hundreds of thousands of UFOs and unidentified aerial phenomena that we wouldn't be able to understand, most likely. Riv daughter Jeanette, hello, because we are destroying everything. That's right. That's what we're doing. We're the bad ones. And the aliens would probably fear us leaving Earth for sure. Thanks, Julie. Peter Benton in the house. Thanks, guys, for the ongoing support and everything. I'm telling you guys, this is what's going to happen. The priest is now going to talk about to the religious institutions. They're going to slowly talk about the possibility of extraterrestrials and aliens. But I don't know when they're going to tell us that those buildings could be possibly aliens. I wouldn't be surprised. And don't forget, we're always talking about an advanced species. Maybe the aliens, if they exist, are not that advanced, right? And again, I'm just shooting out theories there. I've only just done that, theories. Is someone on the moon? Yep. Because I film the lights there. Are they always there? I don't know. It's not something I have to concentrate on slipping on not saying. I'm just being honest. We see objects up there. I believe it's inhabited. Doesn't mean it is. I'm so loud my opinions. But you never know. Carol Lewis, Spokane, Missouri, in the house. Thank you very much. Robin Phillips, thanks again, my friends, for the generous contributions. Thank you very much, my friend Line. Motley MS Sport is in the house. Thanks again, Space Cow. Christopher Rollins says we went to the moon. I have a lot of people. Again, Nick Savage, the one who sent me this amazing album. Nice. Anyways, he also believes that they went to the moon. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but that I misunderstood about the animation before. But like I said, that's the beautiful thing, is that everyone has their own opinions and stuff like that. And obviously, for someone to say that they went is because you saw only information that leads you to believe that they went. Me, when I started seeing what made me believe that they did not go, it's not an opinion I'm giving, as I saw the truth, right? But all opinions are appreciated. Like I said, it doesn't change anything. We can still get along even though we disagree on shit. That's how I see it. That's interesting. I'll tell you what. That's like when I look at the moon. When I look at the moon and I zoom up really, really close, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, the more I zoom up to the sphere of the moon, the sphere, right? because they call it the sphere, even though it's egg-shaped, but or flat. Who cares? But when I zoom up on it, I mentioned this before without talking about flat Earth, and I don't give a crap, guys. I don't hide what I think. I don't hide what I say. But the surface was caved in. The more you got close to what looked like a supposed round sphere, and that was like outwards, when you look at Tycho, I think no matter what the size of your telescope, well, maybe it has to be my size, and that's why I'm seeing it. On the bottom where Tycho is, with the camera, it looks like it's round, like this, the bottom, right? The pit part where Tycho is, Tycho, the white crater, but it's not. It's actually incaved and indented. And when you zoom into the bottom side of the moon, you don't see a sphere like this. You see it going inwards. It's like a hole that goes and like the whole moon could be just a caved in giant crater with everything going in downwards. And that's the impression that I have when I look at the moon with the telescope, and that's what I see. Appleholic 1 says, of course we went. I respect that. Casa Nostra, hello to you. So I guess if I want to push it a little bit, we went, and you're okay with the fact that they lied that it was an animation, but didn't tell us at the moment that it was an animation and stuff. But for me, I don't trust that if they told us half a lie, that it would be only truth that they said. But again, just my opinion. And thanks for letting me know, you guys, whether you believe that they went or not. But I'll tell you what, if you're okay with the fact that they went and that there's UFO lights up there, and you just heard him say it was an animation. He also talked to a sixth grader and said that they did not go. So it's just a matter of taking the time to look at all the information that's out there, when even Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong themselves were telling us exactly what was going on up there. What's up with the crap of either someone at the Postal Service or other government entity is opening mail going across? Yep, that's right. I don't know if that's what you heard on the news, but right here, man, I wrote it in the community, and that's what's going on. And I'm up to about, without exaggerating, I'd say a good 7 letters, all in 2021, all completely opened. Everything and anything, whether it be pictures or that somebody sent me, or a letter or a feather or whatever, a card, it was all opened, and it's slit back to back. It's opened up with a very wide see-through tape after that was put there by hand. And I called, and a family member also called the mail here to ask the question. They said, oh, no, nobody does that. And they literally lied also to me as for what the reasons were and everything. It was a lot of bullshit. But yeah, they're opening mail coming across the border. And bro, they're also opening mail that I sent inside of Quebec here. I sent mail, like, you can go down maybe, I don't know, 70 streets. Why are they going to open mail between people here in Quebec? Doesn't make any sense. No photograph of Earth from space. Oh, that is so stupidly funny. Okay, well, listen, no problem, man. If you want to prove that you're a stupid idiot, I got no problems with that. There's no images of our planet, you dumb arse. I'm sorry there, but there are none. Not one. Did you know that? There's only one that they faked and made it up. But I'll tell you what, I let you give your opinion before you're going to shut that mouth of yours and not call anyone stupid here, even though I love calling trolls shit stains, and I love the interaction. A lot of you know here, I love swearing, but I wouldn't do it online. But coming here to say someone's stupid, no. Not only am I not stupid, I'm right. They didn't go to the moon. and it's going to be proven, it's going to come out. But even though it's going to be proven and come out, some people are going to have a hard time with that. I love debating, but like I said, so stupidly funny. It's not stupidly funny. It's you're wrong, basically. Big fat bong rips. Hey, Dennis, save some for everyone there, brother. How's it going, Dennis Williamson? You believe they went to the moon, man, or not? Reading that one again. Isn't that funny? Keeps coming up that message. Mike A's message. The box keeps coming up on the bottom. Thanks a lot, Jacqueline. Yeah, exactly. They could see through anything, for Pete's sakes. They know when there's anthrax in a bloody letter just by looking at it through an x-ray machine. So that means the x-ray machine picked up the letter, and that's what they're looking for. They're looking for letters. They're looking for a piece of information on paper that's going to come in or leave Canada or get to the States or whatnot. They're looking for something. Definitely looking for something. No, it is not. No time for fighting here. We have an amazing community, my friend. Be an adult if you want to talk about space. You can even tell me that I'm full of shit in a way where it doesn't really offend other people. Like, wake up. Yes, that pesky moon. Damn right. Definitely. They, Riv daughter, listen to this. Jeanette, I wonder if the moon rotates, and I wonder if Earth rotates. I'll be honest with you. I'm open-minded to that. A little skeptical actually on the fact that they're turning. I tend to think that if you're looking at a planet with your telescope like Mars, you could possibly be seeing the atmosphere turning or rotating. Or if I go with my telescope and I see the mountains on Mars, which everyone says that's what they see, and I see it rotating, it doesn't mean that it's always rotating, but for some reason we're magnetically tilted, aren't we? The sun yesterday, even though I only saw it for 5 minutes, it went up in the front and I could see it for hours through the clouds, right? You never see the sun, but you see it, right? Stayed in the front, in the south, and leaned a bit southwest. So it didn't go over the house. When it goes down in the west completely, the sun goes over my house. And I just sit down and analyze that, and it makes no sense. So what it has to mean is that one day the sun was going by, I was standing like this, and the next day when the sun went by, I was sideways, and then the next day I was this way. So maybe the planets are rocking back and forth. Maybe they're going like this, as compared to what they're saying is doing this, because the moon does this exact rotation. It goes like this. It extends like that, and then it dips like that, and it extends like that. So yes, it's a natural shift in the moon, but it shifts a lot more sometimes. Sometimes you see Christian, hey, Aristarchus crater in the north, literally on the north, on top of the moon, because it's so shifted. But it could be Earth. It's also shifting. But no, I call bullshit that they went to the moon, definitely. And like I said, respect to all of you, what you all think. I don't feel bad on what you guys think. I know what I know. You know what you know. I believe what I believe. You believe what you believe. And it remains like that. Maybe one day we'll find out and know. If I was wrong, I'll apologize. But I'm not. I can't confirm that. I just feel I'm not, right? Is there a way to share images with the community? Unfortunately, no. I'm sorry, Joy Bird. Very sorry for that. It'd be a good idea, actually. Or Orwell's Bud LGB. How are you doing? Hey, Bruce. How's it going, dude? Did you get my email? Is it a recent one? I have a lot of people telling me that they're sending me emails, and I'm not getting emails. I have some people that Matthew, I got some emails. But would it say Orwell's Bud? Let me see. Ugh, what does YouTube want now? Ace of Space reported um, a video, the one that I said that I was getting an email from him. He reported it by saying that I put up his face, his address, and that I'm getting people in the community to go and thrash his channel and stuff like that. So pretty funny. So I didn't see the email there. Ace of Space back at it, unfortunately, trying to give me a lot of strikes. It's sad because it can affect my channel either way. And approaching to 100,000 people. Orwell's, but I'm sorry, man. I'm going to go back in emails after this and go downwards and try to look at the emails. I get about, with the trolls, what they send there, I know a lot of you probably won't believe me, but I get about 300 emails a day. A lot of stuff. But I will check. I usually go through them pretty quick. See, Dennis doesn't think we did. See? Thanks, man. So yeah, the opinions vary. A lot of us think up and down, whether we did or not. And again, I'm not basing my information on whether I think it or not. I'm basing it on the proof that I saw that the astronaut said. I also know somebody that worked on the Apollo landings that made the oxygen suits for some very, very famous and popular astronauts. Well, the things that a lot of you and not a lot of people, actually, even me, I was lucky, will get a chance to know someone who actually touched the work and the objects as they were there preparing for the Apollo landings. And like I said, they're not shy, those people. And, there was a lot of talk about the sand and stuff that were inside of their suits, and the suits were soaking wet. Listen, I heard a lot of proof from credible people, credible sources, that it's everything telling me the opposite, that they did not go to the moon. But again, it's my opinion, but now the proof is starting to accumulate pretty much up. That's how I see it. We went to the moon 60 years ago with the technology of a pocket calculator. That's right, on the first try, but we can't do it today. No, we did not put man on the moon with rockets. Thank you very much for that opinion. Thanks, guys. Again, like you said it, that I also heard that. That's credible. It's scientists said that too. Even some astronauts mentioned that at one point, saying the technology, technology of a calculator. Exactly. It was like the technology of a phone or something, like the first cell phones, right? That's what they said. And I don't believe it would have been possible that they could have done that the way they did, especially. Yeah, no, I get it. But I wonder if that's true. That's what I mean. You're absolutely right. You did your homework. I know that. Close in a vacuum. Exactly. If not, you can't have the pressure without a container. I get it. But the problem is, I think that the vacuum in the container is maybe the universe. Could that make any sense, Mike? The container is not necessarily, um, excuse me, that container is not necessarily around just a solar system. I think it could be a big container that's around our universe, or maybe the solar system. Maybe that's where it reaches out. Maybe not. It's not the geocorona extends to, but you can't have vacuum and pressure without a container. So is that true or not? But I know that's exactly what science says, though. You gotta wonder. When I'm biting the side of my fingers, just because it really makes me wonder. Mario, how's it going? Close up, so always. Yes. CGI bullcrap. I believe it. That's like the shapeshifters, guys. I'm not saying shapeshifters don't exist, but sorry, guys, I seem to have a splinter of wood in the side of the finger here. What the hell? Need to rip it out. Sorry, give me a second. Damn, what the hell? All right, well, maybe it's just an implant. Can't take it out. Piece of wood in the side of. Isn't that odd? What the hell is that? Every time I try to yank it out, guys, it comes out longer. I'm up to about 2 inches of pulling something out from. Anyway, okay. What else? I sent you a picture to your email for your thoughts. Mr. B, thank you very much. I hope I see the email. Is it a picture of me dead? Let me go see if I can see some email here. Okay, 10-4, Mr. Orwell's bud. I see your the email and I'll be able to check it. So it is Orwell's bud. I don't understand why I wouldn't have seen that. That's weird. Okay, hold on. Let me take a quick peek right now. I won't show them much. I want to take a quick peek. That's the good stuff. I like that. I love the color too. Yeah, you see, that's a beautiful image. Those definitely are. He sent me a beautiful image of anyways, a whole bunch of stuff actually. You see, what always gets to me are the green surfaces on the moon, right? The green areas and those blue areas really look like frozen lakes and stuff. And there's not many images, Orwell's bud, that are really good of the moon, but that my grandfather's busted lens. I don't know why the hell that busted. Now you see there's a problem in this image. There. That's a nice one. I mean, just look at the bloody colors. Yeah, absolutely. They're very small. The object structures too, they're small. Like, when you go on the moon, thanks for sending that, man. When you go on the moon and you look at the surface, hello to you, Mark. Well, how's it going, man? Merc Weldage Beats. Wanted to say that properly. Yeah, the images of the moon and some of the NASA. I was going to say ASA. Yes, ASA. Some of the NASA images. It's rare that you have the ones with the color, but when you do, you always see so much green on the bloody surface. It's ridiculous. I really don't understand what I got in my finger, guys. A large piece of like metal or wood sticking out of the side of the finger. I don't remember doing anything. Oh, that's right. They keep telling me every time I leave the ship, they tell me there's a railing there and I put my hands along the railing and I keep getting myself cut when I get abducted. So possibly comes from the water generator in front of Earth. You see, those things like that, Nate Luff, I don't rule any of that stuff out. I mean, think of it. There's atmosphere being created around Earth, and yeah, that could very well be a water generator, right? Obviously, if everything around us is an optical illusion, it's physical objects with a different perspective. So it's a physical illusion, is how I see it. Thanks a lot, you guys. Such a funny thing happened on the way to the moon. I'll do that now, Mike A. That rings a bell, actually. Okay. Funny thing happened on the way to the moon is 2001 film written. There's a bunch of things coming out. Let's see. Produced and directed by Nashville-based film director Bart Sibrel. But let me go to the first link here. What is it? What comes up? Oh, okay. I'm on Wikipedia. Funny thing happened on the way to the moon. It's a movie. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, in the movie, a funny thing happened on the way to the moon. 2001, the film written, produced, directed by Nashville-based filmmaker Bart Sibrel. Sibrel is a prominent a proponent of the conspiracy theory that the 6 Apollo moon landing missions between 1969 and 1972 were elaborate hoaxes perpetrated by the U.S. government, one and only, including NASA. The film is narrated by British stage actress Anne, Sibrel, which is the one that made the film, claims that the moon landing was a hoax, making claims about supposed photographic anomalies, disasters such as the destruction of Apollo 1, technical difficulties experienced in the 1950s and 60s, and the problems of traversing the Van Allen belts. See, this is what I mentioned before. The scientists explained to us that you can't do it. So where's the reality? Do you believe the scientists or do you believe the government? So anyways, neither one probably. Film also asserts that NASA's early inexperience in rocket technology and inconsistencies, which we're not going to hide, we've all seen ourselves, even Elon Musk, in NASA's records could point to a possible hoax. And the space race was actually a race to develop armaments with the huge budget allocated to the Apollo missions. So, like I said, you need funding. If there's an alien invasion about to occur, they will need funding and they will get money from people that want to invest in them saving Earth by the aliens. So they get an idea and then they can go, launder the money that way, right? By subdivisions too. And the film's premise is that NASA perpetrated a fraud because of, this is in the film, be careful what I'm saying, because of the perception that if the United States could land men on the moon before Soviet Union, it would be a major victory in the Cold War. So this is exactly what I said before about the I didn't say that, the space race. That's what they just said here, the Cold War. In reality, that's what it is. The space race could have had to do with trying to stump Russia from getting a chance of knowing what's on the moon, or from getting a chance of going there before them. So, like I said, Sputnik 1 took all the images around. That's interesting, eh? It would be a major victory in the Cold War, since the Soviets had been the first to achieve a successful space launch. Sputnik 1, same thing. It's exactly what I just said. That was in 1957. The first crewed space flight, Vostok 1, in 1961. And the first spacewalk, Voskhod 2, in 1965. Wow, that was an interesting one. So for those of you who wanted to know about what that film was, it's A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon. It's a film. And the person that made the film did not believe they went to the moon. So, like I said, much respect to those of you who still believe they went to the moon. You could be right? Water generator, that was a good one. We have a base up there. I believe that, Beth. I definitely believe that we have a base up there. And I'll tell you what, maybe possibly there is a human being that's going to the moon and they found a way to go to the moon and landing just at that base solely to be able to do research or whatnot. But, because I'm open to ideals and theories, but I mean, geez, that was a good one, Mike A. I mean, it's just so much proof out there that they themselves said that there's UFOs parked on the moon. So that would mean that they were landing there to find out, because they said it was deserted. And the opposite was said by the astronauts themselves when they said it's not deserted. There's lights on the surface and they're coming out of the craters. They said it. So I was able to capture lights coming out of craters too, and literally post that live on videos. And you guys know it. I know you all appreciate it here, but we're not going to hide it. The videos get, in general, 99.999% of the time, they get 2,000 views, 3,000 views. Now, after several years, they get up to 3,000 or 4,000 views, but that's not impressive. That's not impressive at all. Those videos should be in the millions. They should be hundreds of thousands of views, because all these channels that are out there trying to, I mean, they're putting NASA down. I don't even do that. They're putting NASA down. So they're liars. They didn't do this. One day the proof will find out and stuff. But all of you people dissing NASA and don't believe in the crap that they're posting out there that are big channels, they know it. The big channels know it. They all interacted with me. Each and every one of them, they first connected with me. Every one of the ones that you can think of. You can name one and I'll be honest and I'll tell you, yes, no, yes. But it's true. But they don't want to show the work that I'm doing, because I was very naive with that. I guess in reality, they don't want all the information coming out here, which it wouldn't. I would definitely not have taken over space there. But maybe I could have damaged some certain channels that are bullshitting people, saying that NASA did go to the moon. A lot of people come to my channel. The ones that talk about NASA, isn't it funny how they get a lot more views? The people that show NASA stuff, well, it's not funny, actually. It's sort of deliberate. YouTube does it on purpose. You know that, right? If you're not a famous person, no matter how good your videos are, you won't get up there. It's usually a famous person that brings it out, or YouTube will hold you back. Or exalted happiness. Yeah, I love Mike A. Like I said, the theory for me is extremely interesting, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's not rotating. And for me, where I am now, I believe in a possibility of flat-ish. In other words, no, it's not a ball. Definitely not a ball. And it would make sense to me if you look at it the way you want, including a whole lot of bumps and everything. But reminds me a lot of maybe a flat cookie or a lens the Earth could be like. And it's not exactly flat, but in a way it sort of is. And it's oval, right? Sort of oval, but it's not perfectly oval either. It isn't. Earth is not a perfect sphere, right? Just the images that they show from space is a perfect sphere. Like our poor friend here a minute ago or a couple minutes ago that laughed because I said that there's no pictures of Earth. That's a fact. It's not something I made up there. Everybody knows that. It all comes down to what's credibility, what's reality, so we can fight for a long time about the things. How's China on the dark side of the moon? Not much photos to look at. You're absolutely right. And don't forget, we're waiting for them lead up to those 3 months where they're supposed to talk to us about whether it's a cube or a boulder. They're showing. How can they do that? We know it's not a boulder, obviously. And if it is, well, so be it. Maybe it is a boulder. But I'll tell you what. Do you honestly think China, if you got, I mean, I'm not stupid. I mean, I'm a little dumb, but not a lot dumb, is the way I look at it. The cube, for them to have mentioned it, is because they're playing the game. They're going to use it to their advantage. Some of you also mentioned, Bruce, could they be blackmailing? Maybe you didn't use those words, but that's freaking what I think. China could be blackmailing the States. Saying if you don't talk about what's on the moon, we're going to start showing your bases and structures and everything like that. It could be. I'd be curious about it. Really curious about it. I am Kai. Thanks for confirming that, man. You saw it. I did see it too. He said with his own words and Buzz, we did not go. He said it on live television, and I saw it. I promise you all this week, I will be locating that video, and I'm going to be posting it right here. Okay. Definitely going to be posting that truth right here. It's a real video. He was talking to a kind young lady that went up, shy little girl, to ask him a question about the moon. We didn't go. The world was not ready either to go. And he explains all that. I heard it loud and clear. And that's a second time. So on Conan O'Brien, don't forget, and people are totally, the ones that don't believe what I'm saying or disagree with it are leaving out the fact that you're not going to say his answer was stupid. If he did go to the moon, that would be a ridiculous thing to say. He would not jump on the fact that no, it was an animation. There's no explanation from Buzz Aldrin in my last video where he explains that it was a lander. There's nowhere that he explains that it wasn't all the videos that he was talking about. So, like I said, once again, that's ruled out. Won't be able to prove that. No, he said it. We did not go. So last video, he didn't say we did not go. He said it was an animation. But in the what you're talking about, we did not go. I saw it, and it was an interview with a 6-year-old. It wasn't an interview with her, but she went up on stage to ask him. I don't even know if it was at a school or something, presenting him a gift or something like that, a present for having gone to the moon. And he tells the kid, "Wow, we weren't ready to go," and that's exactly what he did. I heard it with my own eyes, ears, and I'll tell you something else. American Moon, some video out there, very revealing video. There's videos out there that show the strings that were attached to the astronauts as they fell and were pulled back up and stuff. It doesn't end. And then add the beautiful physics and theory to that, and the smart people and mathematicians that have been doing calculations over the year, and they always make an amazing video where it says this is impossible, that's impossible. So there's many impossibilities when it comes to the moon landing. And you know what? There's more impossibilities than there are possibilities, is what I believe. And again, I'm using information where the guy himself is screaming. Okay, he was mumbling, but he said that they didn't go. So whether, and actually, I am Kai. He really was mumbling when he said it to the little girl. He wasn't talking too loud, and you see the audio was cranked up on that, and he said it. Yeah, you see, we weren't ready to go to the moon. He said it, and he said a whole lot more too. Right? There was a camera a little bit away from the lander watching Neil Armstrong come down the steps. Yes, exactly. So did they set it up at the ahead of time? There's also some areas in the images where it looks like, I swear to you, it looks like they took rakes and that they pulled sand to get rid of tracks and stuff that were further out. And you want to laugh? You want to laugh, you guys? The reason why I see those what I just told you, the reason why I saw that, it's always something so stupid by bringing the exposure down in a freaking image. Any manipulation that is done with an image, it creates a layer over the image. Okay, this is important information. And that layer over the image, whether you change the exposure or add a filter of color yourself, if there's any change or manipulation to that image, and this is before even using programs, you can see it. Like I saw the rake marks by bringing the exposure down, I noticed a whole lot of teeth marks that were on a surface. And I came to the conclusion, I said, this is a friggin' film, and they're passing the rake. Every scene that they do, they're going to take maybe 75 scenes. There's going to be a bloody committee that's going to sit down, the round table. Okay, there's a story to that for those that are awake. And they're going to sit down, they're going to say, okay, that scene, that scene, that scene, that scene. Then they're going to take those scenes and they're going to say, is there, and they're going to talk like Star Trek, is there any way that someone can find out that this is a fake image? And they won't be able to do it. So once they have all that proof and whatnot out, they post all that out. They say that's what they saw. There's also the Terminator line where, did you see that video? I saw a video. I'm going to, hold on. Saw a video. Look at this with this old hat. Okay. Terminator Okay, they're filming the moon. This is a NASA image or video clip. Okay, you don't know where the hell it's from, but here it's outside of the spaceship, and you see like a Terminator line. And then after the clip finishes, the Terminator line disappears, and you see it's a cardboard that they're moving out of the line of view. You know, I am good enough to create lots of fake moon landings, and can I do it in a way where people would not be able to see if it was fake? Probably not. But to make things visually look real, anyone can fake UFO videos and everything. That's why when I show my UFO videos and you see how they're touching the surface, when it leaves and it leaves a light on the surface, you know, it's thanks to the trolls that I found that, because the trolls kept telling me that it's pixelation. So I tried to really get in close enough to be able to show that the lights are not just whizzing by the moon, they're also coming from the surface of the moon. So I'm showing unidentified aerial phenomena. I've never told anyone that I see spaceships on the moon, never said that. We see lights, whether they're craft or not. We don't see inside of the light. It would be like anything, whether because of atmosphere or not. Take everything into consideration, refraction, a whole kit and caboodle. But in reality, that's how it is. Pedro Silva, how's it going, Bruce? Does that imply we are far behind in space tech that we actually think we are? That we were further? Yeah, I believe it. I believe, and if we are, that would explain why Elon Musk's rockets and stuff are all, breaking when they're doing tests. Maybe this is why all these rocket launches, Pedro Silva, because they're for the first time. Maybe they're just trying to get up to the moon now for the first time, and they're actually testing to see how far the rockets go. And now here's the thing: remember that rocket I showed you, or something that was crashing on the moon? The big object. Those of you just arriving will not know what I mean. A large object, elongated object, looked like Oumuamua, much like a pen. No difference. It was falling down like that. Remember, it was going like this when I showed you going down to the moon. Who says that they're not practicing launches to try to go to the moon, and just all these rockets are like boom, boom, crashing down on the surface? They're doing tests. They're checking the impact. I mean, they got satellites in the air now checking the density of the surface in certain areas. You can't even have a satellite go completely around the moon, they say, because Mare Crisium and certain mares, even when they landed where they landed, Mare Imbrium, it's too dense. And those areas of a very dense surface brings down the satellites. The satellites would crash down onto the moon. The satellite would have to go into an area and not go over, which is not impossible, but they'd have to not go over Mare Crisium or the mares. They say that that's where it's really dense, and anything going by in the atmosphere will be attracted down to those objects. Maybe not meteors, but the satellites do, they say. Satellites get filled with dust. There's a lot of dust in space. You know that? When you buy a biodegradable satellite, don't ask me how the hell I know that, but I looked it up. It's about $8,000. It's under $10,000. It's cheap. We can all buy a satellite for Bruce Sees All and send it up to space. It's a biodegradable satellite. It's going to be a server in space, but no, it's not Hubble. We don't have cameras. But the thing is, they say it lasts a couple of years because the dust gets onto it and it gets heavy, and then it comes down in the atmosphere and comes down and comes down and comes down. So there must be a lot of dust out there, But then again, when we look at Andromeda with even a camera, not even a telescope, we can get a beautiful, clear, if we do long exposure, whatnot, those of you who are not familiar with it, you can do long exposure, a long 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-minute shot, and get all the stars in Andromeda and see them very well. So if there's all that dust between us, how come we're seeing all the way to Andromeda? Is it a clear path all the way to Andromeda where there's no dust? I'm going to wonder all these things. Maybe the stars are not as far as we think they are. That's something that interests me now. Yeah, Robin, I agree with that. That one, it's just my belief, but I agree for sure that I don't believe the humans are there. If they are, we're working definitely for or with them. Sure, it could be, but my intentions would not be that. My first thought would not be that. The moon is not ours, but there is somebody there, which is even scarier because that means they're there because of Earth. They're not there for any other reason. Or they're beside Earth hiding on the moon because those aliens know that other aliens would know there's humans on Earth. And obviously, all other species would not travel too close to Earth to get caught, right? No, doesn't that make any sense? Is someone thinking to the back of my neck? It's getting itchy. No, it's true though. Like, imagine all the scenarios and theories that we could say that could be possibly, look at it the way you want. We could be the aliens that are abducting people on Earth. One, because that's a good excuse. What is the best way? Oh, that's conniving. We're going to pretend that these beings are being brought to other friggin' galaxies and planets. So they're just abducting people. Government's going around putting chips in them, whatever the hell they're doing. I don't know. But the theories and possibilities are like endless. That's how I see it. I was a child at home in Florida watching the rocket take off, then the broadcast on TV. Yeah, broadcast, but doesn't mean they went to the moon. No, you mean I was a child at home in Florida watching the rocket take off, then the broadcast on TV. Yeah, well, that's it exactly. So the rocket takes off, and then they went to the broadcast on TV. So when they went to the broadcast on TV, the rocket was coming back down to Earth, probably crashing into the ocean, or it was really headed to the moon to crash into it, or with actual people in it. Who knows? But that's exactly what they did. They went right to the animation, and even the president talked to the astronauts directly on the moon. Like, if I'm not mistaken, you could see Neil Armstrong by a telephone pole on the moon talking like, yeah, read you loud and clear. Yeah. Would you say, sorry, hold on. Let me open my visor. Okay, there you go. I can hear you really well. Sorry, I have my helmet on because we're recording, eh? 1 second, Stanley Kubrick. I'm on my way to record the fake moon landing. That's basically what happened. Yeah, I've seen a legit picture of a base on there. They say it's on the dark side of the moon. I could draw it in a flash too. I'm pretty sure it's the same one. It's just this rectangular area with lines on it that branch out on that rectangle with all entrances all around it. And of course, the lines and extensions that leave it, they're real bases or real construction. Like, whether they're ancient or not, I don't know, but they're definitely up there. Guys and gals, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by my live stream and doing a lot of talking, but it's just so interesting. And moon shenanigans. Yep, that's exactly what we're going through. Thanks a lot, you guys. Hey, Nick, how's it going? Thanks for being members, my friends, over the time. And like I said, no reason for all of you to stay members for 12 months, because I know, and don't feel bad when some of you enter and pull out. Maybe you want to become a member for a month, and that's the only contribution you want to give to the channel. It's perfect. That's fine. You don't have to stay there all the time. And I keep telling people that, but I appreciate seeing a lot of you come and go, and I appreciate it so much. I see a lot of you stay too. It's awesome. You said it, Craig 971. Question everything. Everything must be questioned. I literally believe that. Yeah, like I show the lights, man. No matter how you want to look at it, I am definitely showing lights on the surface. So whether it be drones or humans that are going there doing all this, sure, it can be, but there's still somebody up there and they're not talking to us about it. Then you start seeing some structuring and it gets scary. And the structuring, guys, is buried and hidden. So yes, it gives me the impression that they could actually be they could actually be deliberately, hiding and camouflaging the surface, making the structures all hidden. Which, why would they do that? And we don't see them leaving the moon very often because they're hiding and stuff. So you're like, oh man, why are they hiding? Who are they hiding from? They're hiding from humans. That's what they're doing. Pretty sure. Better late than never, Nick. Thanks for being a member, to my friends. Like Craig says, question everything. Who filmed the capsule leaving them? There you go. Exactly, Mike. I'm telling you, man, you see it shooting off. And don't forget, when it shoots off from the surface, they add this odd filter, which is like refracting light, and it makes like little circles and stuff. I'm telling you, slow it down and you look at it. When you slow down um, NASA images, sometimes there's only a little cut that was made, and you don't see that cut unless you slow it down. But sometimes the cuts are sloppy. I've seen what I believe are cuts in a video, and they're sloppy. I had a video on Facebook that they took down on my Facebook, and it was China. Go to China's landing. I'm confirming this to you. On the moon, where did they go? Oh, funny sinus irritum. Oh well, would you look at that? That's where I filmed the structures. When they landed there, then where's the other place? There was another place that tried to land, but there was too many. I think it is a sinus irritum. There was too many obstructions, they said, on the surface. I got a good laugh out of that. But where China landed there, go look at the video of them landing, and you see when they land, it cuts off, guys. And I'm not lying. And you know what? I'll tell you worse than that. Line up. You're going to say there's no way in hell they would have been that sloppy, but I think it was that sloppy. That sloppy. Sorry. It cuts and the image drops a bit lower, about like this, just to say a little lower. And where the cut is when they arrive, the rover lands, Chinese rover, and you see it cut from very smoky, sort of wind and haze being picked up, and then it just cuts, boom, it's on the ground, and they've already landed. When you look at the videos, it looks totally fake and ridiculous. I said at school, okay, we saw a part about the landing, which had nothing to do with the moon landing, but they showed it apart in the video. And the first thing I remember saying it looked fake. And for those of you who said, no, Bruce is going to tell us that he knew it when he was a kid, that it was an animation. Have you guys gone to see the Apollo 11 landing? Go there and look at everything. When they're flying in space there, it's like, what's that episode, Doctor Who or something, in his red telephone booth, and he's flying into a portal. That's what it looked like. It looked really fake. It looked ridiculously fake. And they show this thing hovering around in space, right? And they got it going like this in space, and then they got in the background this smoke and stuff. It all looks real fake. But they didn't say that was fake. They said that was real. And now today, got some people saying, oh, it's an animation. That's bullshit. They did not say, excuse the words, but they did not say that. NASA didn't tell anybody that it was an animation, right? That I've never heard of that in my life, that there was a part of animation. And there must have been 20 comments on my last video, which, again, I respect the opinions. I just love talking about it. It makes me laugh. I love the debate. I don't believe it. Close-ups of the lunar module look very filmsy. They do. They really do. And how did they attach a lunar rover to it? Exactly. How did it withstand the radiation? If we did it then with, exactly. And how the hell did the camera tough? And I'll tell you another thing. They said the damn dust on the surface was lifting up as the lander was landing. Well, how come the camera was straight as a board when it landed and there was no dust on the lens? And how the hell did they land that with, don't forget, guys, they were seconds away from running out of gas. Remember they added that one? Do you remember that one? Seconds away from running out of gas. Would have gone, and you hear them at one point, whoop, that's it, keep going. Look out for the crater over there. Don't go there. Basically, what it was saying, don't hit that effing building over there. You're going to wake the people up down there where it is, right? I don't know. Lots of speculation, but well, this was definitely an interesting topic, very controversial topic. Enjoyed talking about that for sure. Their batteries would be bigger than the LEM. Well, yes, exactly. Thanks, Slide. The storm's over, clear blue skies for now. Lucky for you, yeah, we got, oh wow, big ass snowflakes. I don't know if you guys, you can never see it when I show the window, can you? Hold on. Let me try to adjust the light there for you. Oh, the hell with it. Doesn't work. Hold on, let me turn you back around. There we go. So I had a lot of fun with you guys today. I thank you all for the amazing support you give the channel, generous contributions. If you're here, you're generously contributing to the channel if you take the time to come and watch the streams. Thanks for subscribing, the likes. It helps me get into the algorithm. It helps YouTube recommend my videos to other people. And Bart Sabrell, something happened on the way to the moon. Yeah, exactly. That's we mentioned it, Mr. B. Exactly. That's what I just went to see just before you had mentioned it. And yeah, for those that want to check out that film, that's what Sabrell, and Sabrell himself said, did not believe they went to the moon. Ripper, nice to see you. Thanks again, Mario. Thanks, Space Cow. Yeah, man, seriously. You know, it sucks that they did what they did, but for whatever the reason they did it. Darla, thanks a lot for being here, you guys. Thanks to all mods. Start coughing again. April 1983 orbits compared to April 2020. Yeah, that's interesting. A lot of things are different and changing, eh? Te felicito por el trabajo que estás haciendo, Bruce. Juan, I love you, man, bro. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. Juan, I have a very small canal de investigación, Astronomia OVNIs. Mi canal de investigación, dos canales. I have 2 channels now. 3, actually. But you can check that one out, too. And Juan, thanks for coming here. Feliz año, especially to you and the family. So shapeshifters may exist before I get off. But guys, when you look at a video on the news and you see their eyes and mouth changing, I'm pretty sure it's the green screen. Every time I use a green screen here, my eye pops out. I look like Popeye. I got the eye popping out like that. And, you know, there's a beauty and to mystery, right? And a lot of people are overexcited about the fact that there could be a possibility of extraterrestrials and aliens, that they feel that they have to lie a lot of people about certain things, when in reality, if they knew what the hell was going on out there, they wouldn't be making up crap. It's all out there. The truth is all out there. It's pretty obvious, I find. Thanks again, Juan. I know that our rickety rockets didn't make it, or North Korea's styrofoam rockets definitely didn't make them. That's for sure. Rickety rockets didn't make it, but we have ET technologies, can bend space. Oh, yeah, exactly. Also, ships can go through the portals. Yeah, exactly. Right. So, like, see, right, just that, what you said there, I mean, it says a lot, right? It doesn't, a lot of things don't make any sense with just what you said. Are we there yet with technology? I don't think we are. Sure, there's dark secret projects, and yeah, I bet you they could be really advanced as compared to maybe some other technology, but are we at the point where they say they are? I don't think so. There's a good one. Gate Smasher. Thanks, bro, by the way. Says 9mm film camera didn't work in space. Funny they were using one, though, eh? They also said that there's no sound in space, but they said, oh, well, the reason why you heard us talking is because the cameras were able to pick up the sound. So apparently, on the moon, working on the moon with a hammer, you wouldn't hear any banging. Oh my God. Anne says it. So is there a radiation belt, right? I'll tell you what, maybe They say Earth is protected by by that energy that's around it, right? Nothing comes in. They say radiation from the sun is blocked out, but there's two openings. The openings on our planet are in the hemisphere. So the two extremities, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Same reason why, maybe it's coincidence, but when I see something smacking into the moon, it's always right on the damn top or it's right on the bottom, right? I've shown both. I've shown an object hitting from the bottom. How does that make any sense? Right? When you think of it. BB, hello to you. Thanks, you guys. I am going to get off. I have to thank each and every one of you for the amazing support. Maybe they go, but never present to people. You said it, Alias. That's what I like hearing, and that's something that I can agree with. Maybe maybe they went, but never presented the people a real clip of the landing. So yes, that's why I say if they went, it's not the way they showed the public that they went. So it doesn't mean they did. I did have proof they didn't go. It's that the way they showed us and told us they went is not the way I believe they went. And a lot of other people believe that. We just don't know who to believe in this world of liars. And that is very true. It's very true. That's why we have to sound out our own stuff like we're doing now in reality. That's what we're doing, right? We're just sounding stuff out, right? Did you see the video of the moon disappearing on the 5th? No, I did not see that. I did not see that. But as a matter of fact, the moon was not here on the 5th. So I can confirm it wasn't there. That's for sure. Barely got the 9mm Canada to work at the cabin during vacation. Imagine on the moon. Excuse me. Imagine on the moon. Gargle it. Christopher Rollins. Isn't that? I mean, geez. 91 years old. Right? Well, I also told somebody 3 years ago, and I still believe it. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, and we got to be careful of who we talk about here because apparently we kill people when we talk about them. Betty White. I guess I made a mistake last month, and I was telling everyone that Betty White had passed away, and somebody said, no, she did not pass away. She is still very much alive. But anyway, she did, after all, sadly. We lost Betty White, passed away, a beautiful lady right up into her older years, beautiful person, both inside and out. We love the Golden Girls, but energy in the sky. So long story short, I believe, Christopher Rollins, that Buzz Aldrin, when Buzz Aldrin passes away, they're going to admit that those guys didn't go to the moon, and they're going to explain why that was done. And it's going to be a very heroic reason. I could make a few up myself when just thinking of it, but that's what I believe. Yeah. How's it going, Andrew? Thank you. Thanks, Casa Nostra, for being here, you guys. Julie, the stats, Floyd, everyone. Cricket Lulu, hello. Space Cow. Yeah, that's exactly it, Space Cow. Nothing adds up. Gate Smasher, hoorah. Everyone, thank you so much for the amazing support to this channel. Yeah, exactly. 9mm in the cabin. Imagine on the moon. Crazy stuff. Hey, Tasha Lee. I'm not old enough to have watched this, but I feel like I watched it, though. Yeah, same here, John Black. I feel like that way a lot, too. John, thanks for being a member, man. You guys, thanks for the amazing support. So why were they bumped out of the press conference and couldn't agree if there were stars? There you go. There's another very good one, Ann. There's another very good one. Couldn't agree if there were stars or not. Well, let me take a guess here. I think because, get this, when I take pictures of the moon's surface, I can get them really close, right? Ever notice how you don't see stars, right? Because when you film with a telescope, the moon, The minute you touch the light of the moon, the stars immediately disappear on screen. Always. You can't film the surface with a star, with a telescope, right? And I mean the surface. So, in other words, if you're filming the moon from far and you're not on the moon, of course not. When you go as close as the moon for it to anywhere on your screen, even if it's not the whole screen, for the moon to touch the bottom and the top, even if you put it off out of the screen, you're not going to see nothing. You can only hold a little bit. That's how I get the asteroids and meteors hit the moon. I hold a tiny corner of the light of the moon, and it makes a white light beside the moon. You can see the objects going and hitting the moon. So I believe there's always objects hitting the moon, but that we just don't see it because the telescope is ruling it out itself. Like when I'm filming the moon, it's not getting the objects coming from outside. So long story short, before I get off, who says that they didn't film the surface of the moon in the atmosphere, like from the ISS space station, or if it wasn't there at that time? Obviously, they could have done it just by, for real, going at the furthest point of Earth around where we're talking about it, Andrew, and everything, the geocorona, the furthest point of the atmosphere of Earth, and just sit there and film, the moon with a very advanced telescope that's very, very close. They're outside, floating very slowly. They could have gotten some amazing shots, and they could also reproduce the landing scene with Stanley Kubrick if they got some amazing shots. And don't say, no, I can do myself. I'm sure of it. I mean, listen, be creative. It's not that hard. And now don't forget, we're talking about stumping people back in 1969, right? Like this happened not in 2022 there. It's in 1969 when cameras and applications and computers didn't exist. Cameras did, but not the ones that we have today, right? So thanks so much, everyone. Of course, always. I want everyone to do that. Our energy is strong, guys. And you know why they don't want us all being together and getting along? Because whether you believe in magic or not, or you think it's cursed, people that do magic or not, we are a magical race. All of us together have this incredible energy. And I'm not going to fight for those of you who say the energy comes from God. I agree with it, but it's still something that's flowing through us. And all of us together, I believe that we can do anything in the world. I believe, listen, if you're crazy enough, you can heal anything. That's exactly what I believe. So, but anyway, sending lots of energy to our friend Clyde. That was very sweet, Darla. And of course, I mean, I love you, Clyde. We love you, man. It's not something bullshit we're making up there. And keep us posted. So, guys, Death Star cloaked. I like that one, Mike A. Mike A, thanks for stopping by, man. Mars, yes. Mars. Well, I'm telling you, there's a lot of hype about Mars, but take a breather, brother. Hey, I am Kai. I'm loving those videos, man. Those of you who want to see what Kai's doing, is doing some stone work with some Dremels and everything. I love checking it out. Go give him some love and say hello to him. Cierto que NASA esconde muchos secretos. Sí, muchos secretos. Mucho grande secretos, like major big secrets. Everything's hidden. That's what they're doing. Juan, muchas gracias again, you guys. Thanks, guys. I love you all. Thanks for the amazing support you give the channel, the stats, and everyone. And thanks for the generous contributions, guys. The beautiful letters and mail that you all sent me. I appreciate it. There could still be letters that didn't come in. If I didn't show it, it's because it didn't come in yet. But you see, I got 3 more again yesterday. So I'm going to go back and I'll see during the week and I'll let you all know that. Much thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time to come to the channel. I love you all so much. And hey, guys, I'll be back on at 8 o'clock. We'll talk about some more stuff about what's going to go on. I'm going to be looking through some of those, the sun footage. There's the UFO footage from 2 days ago. Heads up, the UFOs have disappeared from Montreal, Quebec. I said this last year at the same time. It lasted 4 months. We'll see how long it lasts. I don't think it's going to last 4 months, but the last time it happened, it was the first lockdown for this. So I don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see if there's any changes or not. Space cows come from Mars. Probably better than the cows we have here. But then again, the cows we have here are probably cows from over there. Escondido. Yes, thank you, Anne. Thanks a lot. And you got to check out my Spanish channel. I just started a Spanish channel and to practice getting the language out. And I do all my videos in completely Spanish. But if you do speak Spanish, don't be shy, and send a couple of Spanish speaking people if you think the videos are done well. I did a lot of work to try to understand. But unfortunately, the terms and ufology and everything, it's not necessarily. I have a lot of practice and work to do. Maybe that's why the government is trying to dumb down the people once again. Yep, I believe it. We are waking up and learning. So they're given fake news as well as other things to dumb down the people in the food, the water. I believe all that, man. I believe it all for real. And I believe also, imagine as a theory, if they could be spraying even in the bloody sky. So we got 36-hour of Schumann resonance stop. This is weird. It is very weird, Elias. Thank you very much, or alias Elias. I keep doing this every time. Thanks for mentioning that. I've only learned about that this year and maybe the end of last year about the resonance, the Schumann resonance. Lots is going on. A lot is going on, and the sun, yeah, it just started up again. I just went back to see it. Well, something in my eye. Oh, I'm thinking of someone. What was I saying besides something was in my eye? Government done, yeah, I believe that 100% for the dumbing down of the people and the food, the water, and produce, even in the jabs. I believe that's how it is. It's those of you who are not familiar, the depopulation of Earth, Bill Gates, is a real thing. The Georgia Guidestones, you got to look up all these things, and you'll come to the real truth of when all this was designed. New World Order, Bilderberg Group. It's all things that you have to find out. You can't be a conspiracy theorist if you don't look those things up. It has nothing to do with conspiracy theory. It's all facts and truth of documents from our own governments that are right there, straight up 1957, right? Talking about a whole bunch of things, sickness. Alex Jones told me a lot today, if I'm not mistaken, real quickly. 1910, that's when the shift happened. It was the takeover of big pharma. And in 1910, there was a shift in the way things were done medically and stuff. And he got a lot of information on that. When you know all those things, you go, man, look at the buggers, what they're doing. It's because people die every 20, 30 years, 40, 50 years. The years go by. People forget about all that stuff. Hey, Christy, thank you so much. Thanks for the generous contributions, you guys. I love you. Wow, guys. I remember watching it and Kennedy being taken out. Always deceit. Yeah. Sadly, Bob Down. Thanks for being here, bro. Yeah, that's how it is, eh? See, those are questions that I love. Are the rovers really on Mars? That's exactly. Thanks again, Christy. Thanks, everyone. Are they on Mars or are they on Devon Island, right, in Canada? Which, by the way, that's where the astronauts are like practicing staying in space environments for long periods of time. There's some actually living there from the Space Force that are working right here in Devon Island, in Canada, right here in my own hometown. No, my country. Great big thanks, everyone, for stopping by. Happy New Year to you, Minky Pinky. Thanks very much, you guys. BB, that means a lot. I love you for it. Thank you very much. I've only heard good things about this channel. I really appreciate that. And of course, stick around and check the videos out. I hope you appreciate the videos. We got a lot of good UFO videos, and the proof of what's going on the moon is phenomenal. It's just that I'm not in space associations, and I don't have these big bachelor degrees or master degrees, and But I did my own research, the same way anyone would do with an education. And the information I'm getting is at the end of my own telescope. That's the advantage, is that I can look at my own work to say, somebody says they're not in the moon. Oh no, well, who's that? So there's lots of debate up for that. So thanks again, you guys. Smoke another one. It's that rock dust, dude. Based on the moon and Mars, are you a lot batshit crazy like David Steele, X-Cyan, tit head? Wow. Oh. Bases on the moon and Mars, are you a lot batshit crazy like David Steele? No, I'm the real thing, my friend. AJM. Sorry, I'm gonna take a chance with that. Oh, it was already gone. Awesome. It was Black 36 hours. Oh, that's racist. I'm kidding, Ann. Isn't the world like that now? It's like you can't say anything without someone giving you a term or shooting you or telling you didn't say something right. Thanks again, Christy. Based on the moon and Mars. Yeah, it was a good one. It was a block for 36 hours. No Schumann. What? Yeah. And you know what that means? Nobody knows. But it could mean it's going to be very aggressive. A heads up to you, my friends. From me, it's not a professional, but you can, I hope it helps in some way for those of you who are smart and know about the sun. Yesterday, the first day back again that I had the chance to film it. Even if I wasn't filming it, I was going to look online to see if it was aggressive. So we've had a couple of days that it wasn't. And now in the bottom left side of the sun, yesterday, big enough sunspots. I'll show them on the next video. I'll take 2 minutes to show it to you. And I believe today, like real quickly before I get off with you guys, like I'm expecting another Carrington, a big Carrington event, for something definitely to happen. Sunspots today. I don't know if you guys know where I go for the sunspots. No, listen, it's everything's NASA basically, but sunspot regions, spaceweatherlive.com is where I go. But you know why I go there? Because they present image all the time of the sun each day, what it looks like. So when I see the sun's aggressive there, I immediately go out and get it. So today's sunspot already, guys, think of it. Sunspot number 35 into 2022. Whoa. Think of it. Carrington rotation 2252. Well, that's so anyways, spaceweather.com. I go there just so that you can see an image of the sun. Thanks so much, everyone, for stopping by. Thanks, Nate. Recoordinate. Abort. I'll talk to you all tonight. Thank you very much. Stats. Love you, Julie. Thanks, you guys. And again, Gate Smasher, everyone, thanks for the beautiful things, the gifts and letters and the support. And again, our friend Nick Savage, who himself believes that they did go. It was, I misunderstood the animation. I'm not going to hide it. I'm happy that people can disagree, but still come and see me. So that's cool. You can still get along. Love you all really much. And a lot of space junk from governments. Yes. Yeah, that rocket that just crashed, right? The Russian A5 Angara, more like Angary missile, rocket, whatever the hell it was. It's become space junk now, and it's in the ocean. How nice. You can go to jail for throwing your Pepsi bottle in the river, but Russia throws their leftover plutonium containers in the water, right? Thanks again, Julie. So I will talk to you all very, very soon, and I hope to see you all tonight. Some more footage, and again, it's snowing right now. The sky has always been very, very bad, but it doesn't stop the research. There's so much footage we can go back and look into. When we say go back, it's all recent footage, and everything that you see on this channel is only 5 years old. no matter what you see. It's not 60 years old. So it's all stuff showing us that there really is something on the moon. Thanks to those of you who have difference in opinions of me, but that still take the time to come to my channel to view what I'm catching, and that you don't feel affected by my silly theories. So thank you very much, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, guys. Bacon time.